Episode 128. Now over here in Japan, we say Akemeshite Omedetou. Akemeshite Omedetou. Happy New Year. Episode 128, Tone. And you don't look a day over 72. How you going, big man?
All right, mate. Happy birthday. I'm pleased it's your 59th, but, welcome. Welcome back after your 4 weeks off. And,
Tone, you're going back to your bookmaking days when you were a pencil, mate. 7 times 7, big boy. 49, eh?
49.
No.
Come on. You're trying to scrape a couple of points.
But it's funny, my chronological age, if I did a health check, I think I'm 86. No, 49. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I know that, as you get older, you stop remembering things. So thank you for remembering it's my birthday today. Brain activation, Tone. Brain activation, they call it. Good boy.
Oh, yes,
for the brain. Now we welcome the great man himself, the Greek freak, the tweak of Greek. Here he is, Tassie, and you're wearing a hat.
I am wearing a hat. New club, second night back this year for pre-season training. So I'm with the Bayside Argonauts. I'll give them a bit of a shout out. Yeah, I'm with the Argonauts. Second night back, so we had good numbers at training. It's all going good.
Release the Kraken, Tone.
Start with our first practice.
The Golden Police.
But I also wanted to say happy birthday too, Pezza.
Oh, good on you, mate.
So I think it's perfectly timed. Not only do we celebrate with you, but we also get to celebrate with the Palmy. Don't know why you call them Palmy, but anyway, with the Palty Army, Palmy. It's been fantastic. It's great to be back, and the beauty of being back, I can finally stop having to respond to those messages. They're like, Tassie, when are you coming back? Where's the wheel? All the private messages I get, seriously. You would think the show was just about me.
I didn't get one.
You didn't?
No.
They can't. That's because you block them all.
Well, I got a couple of messages saying, don't come back.
Are you serious? Gee whiz. Yeah, but that was from Tone.
Yeah, that's a Tony. Yeah. Actually, I was on Facebook procrastinating the other day, Tone. I joined a group. I think it was like the chicken schnitzel bloody followers in South Australia or something. It's fantastic. You just see these chicken snitties getting raided. These Palmies, the Palmy, that's right, the Palmy Army. And we welcome back the magical man himself, Mr. Worldwide, the man that can frame a book within seconds. Seconds. It doesn't matter what sport. Could be an e-sport, Tone. E-sports. You know what e-sports are, Tony?
Yeah, that's all that stuff on the those things they call computers, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Marto, all over it. Don't worry. Marto, welcome, mate.
Hey, g'day, boys. Happy birthday to you, Pezza. Sharing a birthday with my son as well. Yeah, same day.
He must
Great people are born on the right day, right?
Person.
Not the same year, though.
No, he's a couple of years off.
But he must be your favourite son, surely.
Favourite son is the only son.
Well,
so they make him the favourite son, right?
Definitely your favourite.
We've had a couple of weeks off this show, but Marto never stops. I've got stuff going on everywhere. So, but I'm happy to be back with you boys, sharing a laugh and having a chat.
Oh, yes.
I love it. Seriously, if I'm going to put out a TikTok, I'm going to put that out there. Marto never stops.
Oh, he doesn't stop, yeah. And just a reminder,
he doesn't go all right too.
Just a reminder to the Palty Army, we do have usually we have a Monday football, a Monday night footy, and we're getting to the playoffs now. So the wildcard games are this weekend. Very exciting, Marto. I know you're a fan.
Oh, yes, we have followed it for the last few years, haven't we?
Yeah, and we just hope, pray, thoughts and prayers go to Ty Orchid because we stiffed him.
Haven't heard from him this season.
A couple of years ago, we bankrupted the poor bastard. So anyway, Tuesday, of course, Tony Treasure. We better pump that up, Tony.
The Treasures. I'll give you the rundown on the Treasures. In the last 22 bets, the 22 investments. I've had 9 seconds and 2/3 and not one winner. So,
wow.
Yeah, but they're going round at odds, aren't they? So you're getting place money back.
Yeah, but some of them, Marto. But you know how volatile the prices are there.
They do tend to fluctuate,
don't they?
They do.
Wednesday, Pez's Pickers. I didn't put one up yesterday, Tassie, but I did find Kez's Jet at around 20 skins at Eagle Farm in a
Oh,
plate.
did- And
And
privately,
Emma's
what did I
gift,
call
Marky
you, Pezza?
Costa, man,
What?
Marky Costa were on Emma's gift, and it blew out to 850, Marto. Emma's gift at
Yeah.
Canberra. It's the only track she wins at.
You
Exactly.
didn't put. Oh, hang on. There's one more. You didn't put them out at all.
Yeah. Jolt
You
and
coward, and Jolt and Joe as
No,
well.
it's treason. It's
Joe.
treason.
Treason.
And just to let I just want to let the Palmy know that the only reason that Pezza didn't put out his pickers is because he knows he's got such a big following,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
20-1, that 8-1, and that 12-1
Yeah.
would have been 6-1, 4-1, 2-1.
Mm.
So well done, Pezza. You stocked
Yeah.
up. You bought pies, chips, lollies, and booze for your birthday.
It was a happy
And a
birthday
poor-
yesterday. It really was. Especially with Aaron Moore. Good tip, mate. Nice tip up in Sydney too. Beautiful
Yeah,
ride
thank
by Tommy Berry, one of Tone's favourites. Of course, Thursday we put out the show. Friday, the Chocky Wheel comes out. Don't worry about that. The Chocky Wheel's in profit. And of course,
Get it.
Saturday we get our best bets out. Plus, we've got our quaddie for the week. So good luck, boys. What did we miss? The Chieftain. Here she is.
Oh,
Tassie, I think you know who she is.
how good
Yes,
are
I
these
do.
bots going?
Rachel.
Rachel, beautiful Rach, the Chieftain,
Rachel.
very good run on the quaddie. And she gave us a beautiful shot there, Tony. Look at the posture of that.
Yes, the jealousy. Are they the ones that open the gate and
Oh,
then the
yes,
yes, out on
lovely.
the street?
Marto,
I don't think
what
those
did you
guys-
say, Marto? What did you say,
And the
Marto?
two horses got out off the beach. They went through the
Yeah.
gate and wandered down the street. I was just
Oh,
wondering
mate.
if it was these two guys opening the gate up and say, we'll get on the news here.
What about
Yeah, headline
the
news.
what about the thing last week that jumped the fence and walked
Oh,
Went down the
yeah,
back to the river.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I think it was Bowditch, one of the trainers, comes in with his dick jogs or whatever his
Yeah.
Reg Grundys, and they got bull sharks and everything in those canals.
Yeah, they have.
And it was a maiden.
Well,
It wasn't a really good horse.
Well,
So
Because of the two yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago that got out, they actually found them
Mm.
in one of the front yards of this resort, just having a little bit of nibble and some
Yeah,
fresh
having a
green
nib,
grass.
Yeah,
Grass
beautiful.
tastes
Yeah,
better on
right.
the 5-star resort. doesn't it?
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Tone, look at Jamie there, just poised. Look at her. She's got a free rein there.
Was
And
he,
then Bardo just
Still
goes,
behind.
yeah, he's still behind. Mardo,
Yes, not in front.
Jesus. And then, of course, here she is. Look at her. Who is she with there, boys? I don't
Man.
know his name.
Oh, the man.
No.
Yep.
Hey,
Who's
Tommy
she?
Berry.
Who's
I
the
have a lot
chieftain
of
with?
respect for Tommy Berry.
Tommy
One of my
Berry.
legend.
favourite jockeys. One of my favourite jockeys. I'll be following him this year because,
What?
like Japan,
All
at
2
the
weeks.
end of March, you chuck all the crap out and you start the new year. So I've
Oh,
got
wow.
rid of the black books gone. So everybody
dear.
gets 3 chances again now. So
Starting
Tommy's
again.
one of my favourite jockeys. So he gets
Oh.
to have another go this year.
So Tommy's not Turdy anymore.
No,
Nice.
they've all been pardoned because, as you know, in Japan, the new school years will start in April. And I've
Jeez.
been very kind since Pelty kicks off in January. I've pardoned them all,
Gee,
and we'll go
There you
again
go.
this year.
That's
and see.
incredible. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
that is incredible. And
Mm.
I reckon if Tone was president, I reckon he's not an Obama type. I reckon he's more of a Trump. And
Oh.
I think he's a Trump type regime. And grab him by the what's Tone, yeah.
In other words, you're
Uh,
saying he's a Pauline, is he? Is he a Pauline?
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep it to
Oh.
Australian politics. Is he a Pauline
Is he
Hanson
Klein?
follower? Is he?
It's
Eh?
Clive Palmer. I think it's
Pauline.
Clive Palmer. He's gonna
Oh, here's another
rebuild
one.
the Titanic.
Phew. Hey, Tone, I reckon that Rach may have had a word to Tommy, and that's why he rode Aaron Moore yesterday, and it won.
Mhm.
And he's probably going to have a good week. I reckon Rach is, like, she's smiling there, but it's quite possible that behind the scenes she's just given it to him and told him, listen, you don't, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say it. And then it's just like, smile for the camera now, please.
I
I
reckon,
reckon Rach is giggling
You reckon
because she's had
she's-
a lot of coin on something Tommy's been on and loaded up. So a
Oh, you
pocket's
reckon
full.
you reckon Rach has got the inside word from Tom?
Got the inside word,
Do-
yeah. And
Do you
Tommy's,
reckon Rach was the one that Tom was ringing?
Oh,
from the jockey
Hey,
room.
could that be? Hey?
Oh, hang on. I didn't get that right, did I? I didn't take it off.
Oh, what about this one?
Oh,
That's one of
Pikey,
your
the big
favourites,
nose.
isn't it, Pezza?
Hang on. Where I had to take away the Y because you told me no Y at the end of no E.
Oh, yes, that's it. You've done it now, though.
Oh,
Yep.
how good's that? The wizard.
Hey?
Noe, there's the wizard and Pikey. Look at him.
oh,
Well, I actually spoke to Mark,
Yeah.
and I said to him, did you actually try to eat him? Because you're a monster in front of him. You had to bob down and everything. You know, did he get scared when he saw you?
Oh,
He goes,
snake, isn't he? A little
Mark
bit.
he actually said to me he couldn't believe how small he is.
yeah.
So I don't know. Is he tiny?
He's a wee little man.
Looks like Mark's bobbing down a bit there too. So.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Your
he
head and
is. He
shoulders
said,
bobbing.
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Noe's had a chicken schnitzel bigger than Pikey.
I reckon he's had probably two.
The professor's not riding that well up at the Gold Coast, though, is he, Marto? He's not riding with any luck at all, or
It's
any
the East Coast curse, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
East Coast curse for Pike.
Talking about
Yeah.
Pikey, we're heading back to the Perth Cup, which has been ran again after a really unfortunate incident with Chili is Hot, the horse that runs around most weeks, and one of the crowd favourites because Chili is hot, and unfortunately came a cropper about 400 out in the middle of the home straight in front of the throngs. Because WA's just opened up, Tone, if you don't know, and this is like the first time you can get to the races after a couple of years. So there's thousands going, Tone.
oh, yeah, there would be after that long.
After Corona and COVID, whatever.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah, not a real good spot to come down, but that's racing, isn't it? And as I say to everyone who takes a bit of a knock at horse racing, they are built to run, bred to run. And if they didn't run, we wouldn't have them. They'd be extinct because we don't need them anymore. So all those sort of animal lovers out there that say horse racing's terrible and it's cruel and these horses get treated better than me and Tony.
Bloody
Absolutely.
And loved.
Greyhounds, mate. They have better lives than most of us do.
And loved. And
That's right, Marta. Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that some go amiss. Anyway, the good news was the jocks got up and walked away, which is just incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely great news.
Pez is on Pure Devotion because if you like the stablemate at around $3.90, why not get on the one that had a really tough run in the ATA Stakes Pure Devotion at around 16 skins. You got the hyphenator in Clinton Johnston Porter, and there's no Pikey there to ride the stablemate, so I reckon we're a chance at around $16. Tone, you're on New Box.
Yes, well, I used to love Wheat Bix when I was in Australia.
Mm.
Made by Nabisco. This is Nabisco in German. Sounds like it. I don't know. I like the 10. It's my favourite number. Thrown it in. It's in the market.
Brad Parnham can ride at the minute, and this is the horse that drinks beer and eats pizza.
That's right. How can you not love something that...
It's a perfect runner then.
Yeah. Taz, Holly and Chapman.
Yeah, yes, I guess after the break, I feel a bit blessed to be back on the show again and for us to be going again. And it's actually race 9, number 9, barrier 9. So 4th start in, stepping up to the right distance, it's enough for me. So I've gone with the Holy, you've gone with the Devotion. I think between us, we've got, I don't know, our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, right. Let's go. You probably got the wrong Parnham on though.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you've got to go with the ugly sister. You know what I mean? So sometimes you've got to do that. It's okay.
Sometimes you got to go Stevie.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Marto, Cockney Crew, this is Lukey Mullen's favourite horse. Our flamingo
really?
riding, stubby drinking,
I was trying to think someone had
absolute
mentioned it
lunatic
before.
legend. Cockney Crew is his favourite.
Look, it's It's just one that pops up now and then, isn't it? Depends how the track's playing and
Yep.
whether they leave him alone up front or not.
Yep.
If he is left alone up front, he definitely sees the 2200. Two starts back, he was running up front, and Buster Bash just ran away and got him by 3 lengths on the line. There's a bit of a weight swing there, but I do worry about Troy Turner on. He's 0 from 3 on this horse. But if the horse, like I said, is left alone, it's only 53 kilos on his back. And if it's left alone to lead over 2200 and Ascot is playing leader bias, then he's have a chance of running the top 3.
Yeah. So, Lukey loves this horse. He always tips it.
He
like,
does.
Come right, me and
He
him, we
does.
always tip Cockney Crew and come right back. So, well done, mate. I
And-
like it.
So,
And Come Right Back's racing on the card as well.
Yes. And a
Same
great
race.
run last start in
Carver.
the ATA. Did scream home, but of course, never going to win. So, Perth Cup race, I think it's race 8. I think.
Eight.
Race 9.
Race
Also,
nine.
yes, right.
Race 9, number 9, Barry 9.
And it's about, I think it's about 8:30.
It's late.
Victoria.
Isn't it?
Um, so good luck. Episode 127, I think everyone's forgotten, but Mardo.
Oh,
Don't worry about tone tipping horses at $2.65. Don't worry about Goldsboro. Don't worry about Agnelli. Don't worry about Bellinora, which placed. Jojo was a man, Mardo.
yeah. How
Oh,
did I miss it?
yes.
How did I miss?
Oh, dear.
Wow. We would have got the quaddie. We
It's a great strong run by Jojo too. Just hung on, real gutsy win.
Real. I'm pretty
But
sure.
I didn't have Jojo in the quaddie.
I think
I
Taz,
thought
On
it
the
was
show, I think I said I can't win.
Taz and Pence,
Yeah.
as he said it, can
It's the curse.
we throw it in?
Well, no, yeah, and he said no. And once he said no, it was that's it. You know, when Mardo says can't win, they do.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's
Yeah,
got to
I-
say the exact words, can't win.
I backed it.
No, not
because Mardo
So
said,
did I.
"No, we yeah, of course."
Yeah.
And it was good to see that our mate, our number one follower up in Cairns, the Prez, Robbie Walton, he threw Jojo in and he got the
Good
quad.
on him. Good on him.
Well done.
Perfect.
Nice. Good on him.
Well done.
Well
Well
done.
done.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's get right into it now. The meet and 2 vetch. Race
Yes.
8, number 4, Gold Coast, the Guineas.
It's the Guineas.
Wow.
Yes, I'm saying the Guineas has got one of the best bets of the day. Jesus Christ. Loves a dry track. Loves a front running track, which you're going to get at the Gold Coast. Over 1400. This one ran at Toowoomba a couple of weeks back and actually beat outbeat Alpine Edge, right? And Alpine Edge is probably your second best bet of the day at the Gold Coast running in the last race. But Barrier 5, Benny Thompson on. He's got a great record. He's 3 from 4.
He's on fire, Benny.
Like I said, it's going to be a front running track, and Yellow Brick Road tends to get all the breaks in this race. I can't see too much pressure in him, and he'll hang on. This is the winner.
There you go.
Look at the
Yellow
picket
Brick
fence.
Road.
Fence there.
Is it-
Four
is
in a
it- is
row,
it up
maybe
there?
5.
Isn't there a couple with a few? Is there another one with a picket
Oh,
fence in the same race?
Oh,
There's
this
a few
race
picket
is tough.
fences in this race, mate,
There's
but
about
It's a
five.
tough. It's a tough race because there's
Tough
another
race,
one
isn't
with
it?
a.
No,
There's an,
it's one out.
yeah.
See you later.
There's one of your favourites that you said was one of your best bets a while ago. I think that's in this race. It's just got a string of ducks next to it. Is it Green Shadow? Is that the one? I think it's got two. Is that-
Two.
All the two. That's the yeah. I remember it as well. It's gone
Been
around the
racing in Sydney. Mardo's
look,
tipped it a
yeah.
couple of times on his
Yeah.
phone.
You don't think it's
Been-
any?
I
No
did
chance?
talk up Yellow Brick Road. He's essentially second up. He had a quick break there before beating Alpine Edge at Toowoomba.
Yep.
If it is pressured up front, then we know what Russian Conquest can do because it scared the
Oh,
crap
yeah.
out of Coolangatta here last year.
We're off to
Yeah,
see the
it's-
wizard, Tone. We're off to see the wizard.
That's
That's
it.
There we
Mardo.
go.
The,
There's the boss.
the
Absolutely.
Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
So
it.
this is the bet I like because I mean $4. I think you're getting $1 over the odds.
Talking about Casanova, Tone. You back in the day. Holy
Yeah.
shit. With your Old Spice and your collar up. Wow, we.
Old Spice. No.
Well, this is-
you're gonna
this
do
is a-
wrong,
this is a-
boy.
This is a Tony special.
Yeah.
Not only is he a Casanova, but Kentucky. Oh my
Oh,
God!
he loves a bit of
Any
dirty bird,
opportunity,
Tone.
any opportunity you get, Kentucky
Tone,
Fried
we love a
Chicken.
bit of KFC, big boy.
Oh, I
Anyway,
haven't been. I haven't been
Oh.
down to the Dirty Bird for quite a
No
while.
dirty bird.
It was,
well, Well-
Dirty Bird.
Tone, I reckon
Yeah.
I could go back to Australia and take a bath in the potato and gravy. How's that for an image?
Oh,
Gentlemen,
Eat my way out of it, Tone.
Jeez.
well, gentlemen, I can tell you for a fact, an
There's no
absolute
potato
fact
and
that
gravy, Taz, over here.
this horse also is
Oh.
a KFC, because after it wins, people will be going Kentucky fucking Casanova.
Oh, yeah.
KFC.
Wow.
So Tone, get on. Now, 7 starts, hasn't missed a placing.
Wow.
It's only a small stable, but this thing last prep, there was a multi-million-dollar deal come for it, and the trainer Renona knocked it back. It's had 2 trials, or it's had a couple of jump outs actually,
I love a couple of
and
jump
one of
outs.
and one of them's been franked. Jolton Joe
Oh,
finished 4th, where it ran 2nd. Excuse me. And if Jolton Joe can come out and win
yeah.
Kentucky
Certainly.
Casanova,
Right.
absolutely goes super fresh. It'll be on the speed. I just like it a lot.
Yep.
I've already gotten on, and the price is getting shorter. It's just kept tumbling in. So yeah, let's go.
A bit weird though, Tassie, that you're at headquarters.
Yeah, not something I often do, but you know what? Every
Mm.
now and again,
Mm.
you got to, it's
Yeah.
finger licking good.
That's like Jason, that's like our mate Barney at our under-16 grand final at my house. He took a young lady into the bedroom from Canada, exchange student, and he came out saying she was finger. Anyway, here we go. Saturday, let's go to the quaddy. We're going to get Marto. We're letting you in again because Luke here, we haven't been in touch. She's been a bit. Ando, the great man. And then, of course, we had the captain. I missed the captain, the Mary Bartrots in the background. Jeffrey Dahmer himself, the serial killer, Jason Adrian Barnes. Call him Jabby, call him Poison. There he is. We still don't know where Marissa is. The chieftain was here, then she left us. And then Lukey come in for a cameo. Then the chieftain came back. And then, of course, the great man Ash was here for a week. Oh, my God. And then oh, wow. Is this
The
Marto?
enforcer.
Nobody
The
knows.
enforcer came in.
Willow.
Where's he been? Is
I
he
don't
off the
know.
page?
I reckon he's
Do you think
banned
he's a
again.
little bit? Is he doing a bit of time? That's what I was
I
going to
reckon
say.
he's doing Facebook time again, Willow, because we haven't seen him. And then the great man himself, the man who doesn't age, Benjamin Button himself, the wizard, Marto. You've got probably the
Here he
easiest
goes.
race. The most difficult race. You got the 2-year-olds, the big Magic
two-year-olds,
Millions itself.
Magic
Here it is.
Millions. Holy crap.
Easiest.
I
2, 4,
busted the
5,
last
13,
20 and
16,
You give
big
me
boy.
another chance and you give me the hardest race of the day.
Yes.
Everything's got a win next to its name. Everything's got form next to its name. But I've nailed it down to 5. The Sovereign Fund, after winning the Magic Millions race at Wyong, can't be ignored. We've got Empire of Japan. J-Mac just keeps talking this thing up. Now, it didn't run last week, but after last week's run, when nothing really presented, Empire of Japan odds actually shortened for this race, and J-Mac's up and about. I think if
Tone, have you tipped it this week?
No, mate. No, I haven't.
Well, we're a
I'm
chance.
going to say that.
Yeah.
I think
What
it's
price is it?
$4. $5.
What price? Oh
Five.
no, can't win. God, it wins. Sorry, $5 it wins. Anything under
Okay,
220
this is-
can't
this is
win.
my leg, Taz. Thanks, mate.
Oh, sorry. So it can't win.
I'm not saying it can't win. I'm saying there's probably 3 or 4 up front that'll pushing the pace. And if they really push each other, then that opens it up for Empire of Japan to come over the top late. Having said that, Royal Entrance is one of those front runners. Coming out of Barrier 9 with Timmy Clark on, you know what they do with the Guy Waterhouse and Bottom horses. They just go forward and go hell for leather. So it's a chance if they get to hang on to that front position. Well, we've got 13, Skirt the Law, and it's going to be pushing the 5 up front from Barrier 4, right next door virtually. But I do like the 16, Empress of Wonder. It's Whitegate, but it's going to get back a little. If those 3 or 4 push each other up front, then I think Empress of Wonder might have just enough to beat Empire of Japan home with 2 kilos less.
Wow.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I reckon you got Rigomardo's
It's
got
such
it
a
there
tough
because
race.
It is a
Taz-
tough race, but
Taz
I'm
liked
going to
it.
come out too, and I'm going to say that my bet in this race is actually Empress of Wonder.
Yeah, it's a tough race.
Tone,
I mean, tough race. Miss Kudo,
Yeah.
Huxtable back on. Tough race.
Tone, what
Yeah,
are you
Taz
saying? What are you saying, mate?
around at the bush though.
16, 16, 16. Number 16 coming out of barrier 16, 16 to 1. Couple of seconds. Fours. How many
Ain't gonna
times
go
do
wrong.
fours go into 16? Yeah. No worries. That's it. Tas logic. 16.
Gee whiz.
Get on.
Those light blue Annabelle Neasham colours coming home late.
How good's that? How many fours go into 16? I have no idea what that means, but thanks, Tone.
Four fours.
Oh, it's going to come four.
Two and two. No,
Get
but
on.
2 plus 2
Divides in.
equals it's
That's
4.
it.
You see?
So
I
I've got
really,
boys, do
I-
you like anything in this race yourselves?
I hate this race
What a
because 13 Skirt the Law could just go to the front and win.
Yeah.
Because it's broken the clock twice. Its last couple of starts, and it just goes helter skelter. So I tell you what, if Gold Coast is playing a bit funny within that sort of 1,200 meter range or the 1,000, you know what I mean? Sometimes they just bury a post, build a post.
100%.
What about
be leader biased?
But
Plat?
I'm going to have money on Sun Source, mate. I can't get
You
away
love
from
it.
the Ballarat Maiden. And it was absolutely a tragedy third last start. Mark Zara in the saddle, you get what you get with Zara. You get absolutely a gorgeous ride, or you get something that's absolutely
True.
bananas.
Yeah.
And if the rail is playing a little bit weird, I reckon from barrier 2, he's not going to go around a horse. And if he sneaks one through Zara, I tell you what, this has got a finish on it. And
You reckon
if
it
they
might
go
be
and helter
forward?
skelter with Skirt the Law up front, something's got to be coming
Tough.
from behind. But Fire
Tough
Lane, you
race.
jumped off. You tipped Fire Lane against Emperor of Japan. Fire
Yeah,
Lane's
but
at
this is from the
26
race, mate.
skins.
Come on, this
Emperor of
is from the
Japan's
race.
at $5 favourite. Like,
Yeah,
Why
I
can't-
agree.
what's
Fire Lane's
name?
at the wrong odds, but I
Platinum-
can't see Fire Lane getting
Platinum
home.
Jubilee.
on this
If
day.
anything's going to float to the top of the turd
Yeah.
pool, it could be this one.
I
I tell you,
agree.
Tone,
Fire
that's-
Lane's
that's-
in barrier
that's where
15
I
and
am.
it wants to go forward.
Yep,
So
Yep, I
it's
reckon
just too much
Tas, that
work.
worries me. That's the thing that worries me,
Yeah.
is that.
I reckon Platinum Jubilee,
yeah,
because I think it was about this time last year that good old Regan Bayless started to pop up a few, because he tends to ride in patches, and I reckon he's due again.
yeah.
I know that Marto talked about the Waterhouse Spot horse.
Oh, I hate the water.
Well, Marto did talk about it with the other one, but I think with this one
Yeah.
here, in the early markets, I think it was favourite early on, and with just with Empire of Japan. For me, 4 and 10 are my two picks, but it's a hard race.
How do you
It's a
ride
hard
Platinum
race.
Jubilee absolutely cold, and it storms home from nowhere, and looks $1 million, and then the next race you race against Empire of Japan and Firelane, whatever, and you go to the front?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
How do you do it? It's
The
just
only
bizarre.
way I'll tell you how you do it
Mm.
by going from $4
Mm.
out to $7.50.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I mean, they've obviously got their reasoning and
Well,
stuff.
you
but
know, Waterhouse.
it is a really
they
good
love
race, though.
on paces, and they love Timmy Clark,
They do.
and they love those
Yeah.
leading types. But
Yeah.
I just thought it was if I was the stewards, I would have been asking the Waterhouse spot, like, how can you ride a, like, obviously the back marker and take
But
it?
look,
I know
see,
barriers play a part and track conditions play a part and everything like that, but it was ridden. I thought it was just ridden completely upside down. I thought,
what about Summer Loving? It's run last start. They backed it for a fortune. I think it came in from about 9s into about 4s,
yep.
and it ran third. It's another one that doesn't lead for the
I thought it
Waterhouse
was going to be
Spot
coming
team as well.
behind Empire of the Sun.
Well, I don't know, mate. I
It's very
don't know.
strange.
I think the fact that Marto's just picked 5, I
Mm.
reckon between us we could probably pick 4 each and
Yeah.
still miss it.
And still
Yeah.
miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's a
I
tough
agree.
race.
Yep.
Tough race.
I mean, that's a 2-year-old race, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's super tough.
Talking about
Yeah.
a tough race, I'm glad that I've got Yellow Brick in there because Marto's pretty keen on this. He's made it meeting 2 veg. Spiritualized, I was on last start for Jimmy Owen,
Yes.
Tim Golan. It's the front runner. Yellow Brick's a front runner on paces. I've got that covered. Susay is the ghost. That's Tony's favourite horse. It's gone for 4 in a row. But how
Ever
I
since
am
I
if I'm
tipped
going to
it.
tip Susay, how I am.
Yeah.
So basically, what I've done, I've taken the 2 best jockeys in Queensland, in Benny Thompson and Jimmy Orman, and I've taken the 2 best jockeys in Australia, in Jay Carr and Jay Mack. So I reckon I don't even care what the horses are in this race. I'm just going the two best Queensland jocks and the two best bloody jocks in Australia. And well, J-Mac's the best jockey in the world. How can I miss this leg?
I don't think you do.
Thanks.
No.
Perfect.
I don't think you do. I love it.
Host.
I mean, Cohen off, car on.
Perfect.
Says something in itself.
Mm.
Can I ask you, because I think we talked about the, what are they called, the Batterson Young or whatever training thing.
Yep.
There's a horse that I've been following, and I just can't for the life of me give it away. But how can they be taking that Cusack up into this race at 100? I mean, it when it had its first couple of starts, they thought it was a champion.
Yeah.
It's really showed something. Then it's done nothing. It's gone to Queensland, come back, gone to Queensland, come back. It's gone back again. What are they doing? Are they just, is it like a companion? Have they got a good horse going up there and this thing goes up as like it's donkey? I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's just,
Can I have
it's just
it,
money.
Can
It's
I
money,
back it?
Taz. It's Magic Million money. It's all it is. It's just a dart.
Yeah, but do you want to, like, I don't know, but would you rather take a horse up and pay, I don't know, $5,000 to fly it up there and whatever, and then a nomination fee and run nowhere, or keep it here and, I don't know,
Doesn't run nowhere,
put it in a
though.
race
I
and
mean,
flip?
$2 million.
it's a $2 million race. What do they pay down 11 or 12 places in this race?
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
bonuses.
They played way down.
So what are you telling me? Get on Bet365 each way extra?
No, I'm
The
not.
each way extra for top 10.
The top.
No,
The top.
no.
Taz,
I don't know. It just really confuses me. I see that horse, and I can honestly tell you that if there is a modern day ghost for me, it's it. It's my modern day ghost, and I get shivers every time I see it anywhere in a form guide. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
1, 3, 5, 14, 19, Tassie. You got 5. You wanted 4. You wanted 5. If you could have 5.
Look,
You got 5.
yeah. Thank you for allowing me to have 5. So firstly, but yeah, look, the top weight, Vega 1, Golan, class horse. I think it's going to be improved second up.
Yep.
So it goes good. Oscar Zulu loves it. Loves first up. I think it's 4 from 5. That alone puts it in. Holyfield, it's actually come back racing really well this prep.
Yep.
Mind you, I think it won a big race this time last year up there. So got to put in Evander.
Grows a leg up there. Grows a leg around this time.
But I think it's come back actually quite well. Sometimes it takes its time to find its form.
Yep.
And I think this time round it's actually found it a bit sooner.
Yep.
King of Hastings.
Oh,
This one,
tomato.
it's really well travelled. On its best form, it's a chance. So I'm throwing it in case it finds its best form. And Paladas, I don't care about the bad barrier because I think it's going to get back and work home. It's always shown something, this horse, and maybe they get a little bit of reward for it. So I've thrown it in as a knockout. I have left
We've
out
got a couple
the
of
favourites.
Tony Ghosts here to worry about. Love Tap, of course, Tone. And, of course,
No,
the Love's Boy.
no,
we can't forget Barney
that's
either.
Tomatoes. There's that's for
Hey?
tomatoes. Tap, not mine.
Isn't it yours?
No.
You tipped it once when it was scratched, Tone. Remember?
I think he did. But
You tipped
it's
it when
one of
you
my
had a
favourites,
scratching.
and
You tipped it.
I think Taz has gone to it a couple of times.
I think I brought it into the family.
Yeah.
Tone adopted it.
Tone adopted, yeah.
And
I think Tone had a
then,
scratching and then he
I've had it
tipped.
before.
And it was
Yeah.
at 16 to 1. And then it ran like a busted ass. And it ran 8. And then the next one was a win. Tone.
Yeah.
Of course.
I reckon it's going to need. But I think it does its better racing though on a wet track, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes,
Tone, you got the wanker, of course. You're the biggest wanker here, and you're the best at it. 1, 3, 6, 13, big man.
Well, one. Just have to throw it in. It's one of yours. One of my favourite shows back in the day. I watched it in black and white. It's a bloody
Perfect.
great show, F Troop.
F Troop.
Fantastic. Used to be on the ABC. For those of you out there who are young enough to remember. So I've chucked it in. Coming out of barrier 12. What's his name? Scumbag Williams. Is on it. No, he's a great jockey. It's a new year, so everybody has been pardoned. He gets 3 strikes.
No,
3.
Craig's never pardoned.
He is in Ukraine.
Alpine Edge, favourite,
Oh, yeah.
J-Mac on it. It should win this. It was a great ride last start. Great second, I think.
Yeah.
indiscreetly as one of my favourites, Michael Cahill. What a fucking legend of the turf. He could get up, he could ride this, could get up in this race. And me roughie is very intoxicating at 17 skins.
Interesting. Ex-Golan horse, I think, very intoxicating, isn't it? If I'm right. I think it's an ex-Golan horse, and indiscreetly. Yeah, indiscreetly.
I've been following. That's one of mine.
Oh, yeah, it's one of yours, all right, because I remember when you had it as a titanium tip, and I think it was a massive price of about $3.80.
Oh, big price.
And it won. And it won, Tony.
That was a miracle. Yes.
No, it did.
Sometimes there are mistakes made.
I tell you what, Marto, if we get the quaddie this week, we're going wide. We're going like 5 by 4 by 5 by 4. But you could go 8 by 8 by 8 by 8 and you still wouldn't get it. So it's an amazing quaddie.
I think there's a couple of legs in there.
Have it throw a dart because I tell you what, she's going to pay. It is going to pay.
Yeah.
And
yeah, well, that's where everyone's going to be betting this weekend, isn't it? So the pool's going to be massive.
I love the Magic Millions because they're all trying, mate, because as you said, they all want the money. They all want the bonuses and they all want everything, you know, so they're all trying. And of course, it's party time. It's party time. Bjorn Baker, seriously, if you check his social media at the moment, he is absolutely out of control. So the Kiwi Swede, he always steals a race up there. And Jesus Christ, I tell you what, when I come back to Australia, I'm going to get a fucking horse with Kiwi Swede Bjorny. I'm going to be on the piss with him.
Do you have a favourite, Pezza? A favourite winner?
Huh?
Do you have a favourite 2-year-old winner of your own?
Jeez.
I have mine. I just know mine. That's why I'm asking. So it's a bit of a double-edged question because I'm curious. Marto, Tony, do you have a favourite?
I enjoyed Coolangatta last year because we were on a fair way out and then got worried about the wind came and rushed back. But I wouldn't say favourite, no.
We might have to come back and give you that, give Tone a bit of time to think about that because we're about to have time, so we better come back in.
All right.
Hang on,
boys. About to cut off, is it?
Yep.
Here we go, Taz. I think you had a question before we went on.
Yeah, like it's a big race, this 2-year-old race, and I've got fond memories. And I was just curious as to whether you guys all have a favourite. I mean, I'll go first if you don't mind because I did ask it because I wanted to talk about it. So it's a bit about me again. But General Nadine,
rhetorical question, Tom.
It was, but like a lot of horses that won this race, also the boys have gone on to be good stallions.
Yeah.
But General Nadine for me,
yeah,
was a standout. I just love that horse. I know it came down to Melbourne as well, but I just love that horse.
1997. It was 1997. Can you believe that? It feels like yesterday.
Well, you would have been half your age, just about, weren't you?
Well, we were in Cairns, I think, Taz.
Oh, you were. I didn't get there till 99.
Okay. Right.
But I mean, Tone, you would have been just approaching pension age then. So do you remember it? And Marto would have even.
We used to actually on the radio, you know.
But my favourite actually ties in with Marto because Marto tipped this. He kept spruiking it forever, and it's one of our favourite girls, Marto, in Sunlight. 3 years ago, she's tough as nails. She would always just win. She would never brain him. She would never win by lengths, but she was just tough. And she was the toughest mare, or one of the toughest mares I've ever, or fillies, or what she was then. But God, she was a good horse for us, Marto. I remember you tipped it around 12 skins. Ruffy King jumped on. And I remember in our tip and chat, it was just like when the Ruffy King and old Bardo lined up, it was a lot of love. There was a lot of love in the group.
Oh, there was.
All the boys got on.
Yeah, 12 skins. And Marto he always kept saying, oh, Sunlight.
She's a mum too now, isn't it? So interesting time.
Well,
just cheap. One went cheap.
Her full sister just sold for 2.6 million at this year's Magic Millions.
Cheap. Wow. Cheap bargain.
Tone bought it. So.
Oh yeah.
But only because he followed Taz in.
No, it was one of those. It was one of those poor studs. One of those. Really poor studs.
I wouldn't have done that. 2.6. Seriously, they probably want to change too.
Yeah. How about you, Marto? You got a favourite?
No, like I said, Sunlight had actually eluded me until you brought it to my attention. But I really enjoyed Coolangatta. She was another one we were spruiking last year. And with the rain come, we're all packing death because we're on early. I know Taz was as well. At a decent price, where she comes in at $1.90 and a wet track where she's an unknown. And we were shitting ourselves because we're on for plenty. We bet half the mortgage on her. But that was an exciting race. But yes, definitely back to Sunlight with the David Hayes stable.
Absolutely.
Tone, you got a favourite memory?
Not for that particular race, no. But favourite 2-year-old would be one of them was Blazing Saddles, and there's a big putter down there in Victoria. I think he used to, back it with his ears, but he pinned back Eddie Birchley. Yeah, if you look it up, you'll be able to find Eddie Birchley.
Is he still around? I'm genuine question. Is he still around? I don't know.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. If he is, to be getting on, getting on a bit now. But
I think
Tone's favourite and stuff like that.
I think Tone's favourite was on 2 years ago. Exhilarates, because that's what he does.
Exhilarates. Oh,
that one. Don't you worry. Just he felt like yesterday. Snippets in '87, Tone. You would have been just a young buck then, wouldn't you, big boy? Just like a big moose.
There we go.
Big moose walking around. Just
we were all young bucks at one stage. It would have been like
boy. Donkey Kong Jr. there, just like, oh, look at me, girls. Here I am.
Yeah, well, a bit like yourself. One time, you're actually walking around, not bloody floating around. Like.
How did you go with the women? Tone? Seriously, serious question. Because personally, for me, I didn't sort of go that crash hot. I used to talk myself up, but I wasn't a womanizer as such. But were you a bit of a womanizer, Tone?
No.
Did you get out and pull the women? Or
he's
not?
on the magic mushrooms or something,
So you never did, Marta? Were you a bit of a womanizer? Or?
No, not so much. On this one. Had a lot of female friends, but nothing was really close, mate.
Because
so to speak.
Pezza was. Yeah. I mean, him and Barney, they were amazing. Seriously, the amount of
the
times
Studley brothers.
Absolutely.
You're talking shit.
They get to the wool exchange at Geelong.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Tone? When he goes to go get a suit fitted. When he gets a suit fit and the old tailor measures him up and he goes, "Do you dress to the left or the right?" And Tone says, "Well, mine does a Yui." So, he curls it up and around the big boy. That's what he does. So
it's not a war injury that's creating the limp. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. It's the wallet.
It's the wallet. Get the man a rocking chair as well.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Tone. We better get into the Titanian tip before I
we haven't done that yet.
On my birthday.
I just want to make mention that the form that comes out of Magic Millions does not usually stack up for the Golden Slipper. So for those future betting, we're not really looking at form from Magic Millions to go into the Golden Slipper. If you're not on Charmstone yet, you can still get $51. So wink, wink.
Well, there's one running around on Saturday. It's called for the Mar Eustace.
Oh, yes,
in Sydney. Race number 1. Tony Price, $2.05. Tone Price.
Massive.
Steel City. This horse, I reckon, if it qualified for the Magic Millions, it would just brain them. So this thing, I don't know, Tone. I think I've put the poison on it already. I reckon it's going to go around.
Oh, you've loaded up.
Red figures, and I think we're in trouble.
Kick off the multis with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I reckon it's a great way to start with a bit of a multi-builder too.
Yeah. Tone, race 7, number 4, Tony.
That's
B.
it. Namesake. There you go.
There you go.
Like I said, all the jockeys now have been pardoned. They all start off with a fresh, a clean slate in January. So, Walla. Look how he trains him. Sammy Clipperton on board, $6.50. Tony B. You can't beat the Namesake, can you? There's the price. You get the price.
Tone,
tough race, but
Tone, if there was a brother to Tony B, what do you think its name would be?
Tony C.
Tony is. Tony is. Tony was.
Tony can.
Tony M.
Tony. What about Tony can be?
That's right. Well, I'm just trying to
There we
think of the B verbs, Tone.
There we
Oh,
go.
right.
Pezza, do you know something? No, I mean, I'm going to
Yeah, please, Taz, here we go.
But do you know? Sorry, but I saw this somewhere. I don't know on one of my son's TikToks. But think about all the Ford cars, right? But if you put anal, the word anal, in front of every Ford type,
Yep.
Think about it.
Anal
Anal
Raptor.
Explorer, Anal Raptor, Anal Explorer. Just think of any Ford vehicle.
Anal
Put the word
family.
anal. Anything.
Anal escape.
Yes. There you go.
What about
Very
anal
funny.
focus?
See what I mean?
What
Just
about
Ford.
anal
Well-
laser? That's what maybe Tone has after he has an Indo curry over here. He has
It's
an
incredible.
anal laser.
Because it's his
Tone.
birthday, he's just lost it. He's been on the shroom.
I couldn't believe it though. I couldn't believe it when I heard that. But
No, Taz,
but
haven't you
Tone-
got a spiel? Haven't you got
I
a
have,
spiel
yeah,
about this
Tone.
race?
I
mate?
have indeed, because I've had a good look at this race,
Yeah.
only because I
bet
remember
you
when
have,
Tony B
yeah.
came from New Zealand. But Tone has taken on the Greek hero.
Ooh,
He's
good
taken
horse.
on an Irish legend.
Mm,
He's taken on the king. He's got a prince he's taken on.
wow.
He's also got little Arnold and also Socrates.
Ooh.
But what we can say is, Tony, be
Ooh.
what you got to be, Tony. So good luck to you, mate. Tony
No,
B.
I like it when
Oh.
Marto and Taz don't sprinkle the poison on Empire of Japan or any of Tone's tips.
It's all right.
That's
I'm going to
good.
back all those as well, so everyone's stuffed. So
Yeah.
be warned. I'm going to back all those other ones as well. So
Oh.
I'd like to share the roundup. You can still buy drums of it here. You might be able to buy it in Australia, but Pezza and I can just go down the shop,
Yep.
buy a drum.
We can get some roundup. Don't worry about that. Gold Coast Race Series #1 Skylab. This horse, Marto, I'm talking through my pocket again. If this wins 2 weeks ago in the Group 3 listed Randwick Summer Cup for 200 grand, I am a very, very rich man. This was my anchor in a 3-leg multi, and I had about a 15 skin into about an 8 skin into about a 5 skin going for a little pretty penny. But Skylab was Zach Lloyd in the saddle, butchered again. Zach's ridden it last 2 starts and absolutely ran it up arseholes. Talking about an anal laser. We needed one with Zachy Lloyd in the saddle, but Jason Collette, another prick that I can never catch. I love my uncle, Paul Perry. Good luck, mate. Deserves to be favourite because Big Boy Roy is in this race.
Oh.
So-
Do you think Big Boy Roy might be the anal escort?
Oh,
Now, at
Well, they've been
Polty,
trying to
we
lead
can't
around.
get away from Big Boy Roy.
Oh,
I tell you what, I saw Big Boy Roy, I saw Skylabs in this race. I black booked it. I've gone, well, at least I've beaten one.
Yeah.
2,200 metres. It doesn't matter at the Gold Coast if there's a bit of bias up front because this thing will be
Not over that
screaming home over the top from barrier 17 or take its medicine. Don't worry about the car park with this horse because it gets back. And I tell you what, if Jason Collette looks for a rails run, I'm going to fucking vomit.
Oh.
Just take it to the outside, give it some fucking fresh air and let it go.
Absolutely.
I love it.
What we
I
gotta
love
do.
it. You look, you're giving us plenty, and potentially you were talking about the 14 skins and 8 skins and 5 skins. If this doesn't win and Big Boy wins, you're going to get
Big
definitely.
Boy Roy.
You know what? You know
Big
what you'll
boy.
get from us. You'll get the 4 skins. I can tell you now because Tone and I will get stuck right into you.
Ugh. Ugh.
I look. I hope it wins because my money's going to go on it for our Yankee and stuff that we do ourselves.
Sure.
So
Sure.
we're on. But if
Yep.
it doesn't and Big Boy Roy beats it, be ready next week.
390 and 655 gifted gets around 140 skins, and $4 in the 4 and the 650 and 5 gets around 550. Beautiful. Another pair of shoes for Barney. Boys, it's been great to see
If
you
you
guys
remember
again. It's been a while.
last year when I was on there through the spring, you remember Sharp and Smart came over from New Zealand
Yes,
and blitzed everything as a
yes.
3-year-old. Well, by all
Yes.
accounts, the stable has said he's come back bigger, better, stronger and faster as a 4-year-old. He's first up this week at Trentham, and they're bringing him over for the spring to rate all the 4-year-old races and race against a few of the older horses as well. So watch out for Sharp and Smart coming back.
So hang on, Pezza, this is one of your lines. What was it called?
Sharp and Smart.
Hey? Oh, that's the one. Do you remember that, Pezza?
What was it called?
What was it called?
What was it called? Yeah.
There aren't too many sharp and smart people around here, are there, Tony?
Mate, Tone, it's hard to fly like an eagle in this group, isn't it, big boy? Because
I'm
tell
just
you
saying,
what,
watch out, mate, because they're bringing him back over for the spring racing.
it's
No,
like
awesome.
in this room, it's like going into a circular room, Tone, and getting told to stand in the corner.
That's it. That's it. Exactly.
And Tone, Taz, I've heard you had a few problems with your eyes recently.
With my I went to the optometrist actually.
Right.
So it was one of those things. I took an afternoon off work, and I mean, for all our followers that actually they would all know this, but you'd be surprised who I saw and what happened. Do you know who I actually saw?
Who'd you
What
bump
happened?
into?
Who did I bump into? Me? I bumped into everyone. I bumped into boom, 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 boom. But, before we go, because I don't want to talk too much, because I reckon I've talked too much.
Before we
It was
go,
really nice to see people say looking forward to get back. So Hazy,
Hazy.
that was a nice comment. Thank you for mentioning that we're a part of your routine. It's good to see that you watch. And
just a bit of a shout out. Lukey Mullen, of course, has been messaging a little bit to see when we're back. Lee Hayes, the very good looking young man, Hazy, was welcome back. Woodsy was wondering what's going on with the chocky wheel. He was
Woodsy's he's on holidays, mate.
and then
He's living
how
a good life.
good was Noe and Rach up at the Gold Coast. Millions.
Well done.
Just grabbing I wish they got a little bit of audio, a little bit of video there. I'd love Tommy Berry to have a few comments about Tone. Wouldn't that be good to get a little bit back from Tommy? Maybe Tony B is in the black book of Tommy. Maybe Tommy's got Tony in the back book.
I'll tell you what, before we actually commercialise Pulty, because it will happen sooner or later. But before we actually commercialise it,
merchandise is coming.
My plan is to get a little bit of a racetrack video with Tommy. And say, listen, there's a friend of ours who tends to bag you a little bit. Yeah. How about you just say a few words, his name? And I want to hear him.
Yes.
Go, well, I can't believe that he tips me and he bags me and this and that. That would be amazing.
But we'd have to ask him about Big Boy Roy and how much of a spud it is or something. Wouldn't that be good? Just really put the knife in the Tone. I rode Big Boy Roy once. It was slower than you. It would be just brilliant when just to give it the Tone.
But then, to be fair, we also need to get
everyone's been pardoned. See,
Tone,
your mind's going, Pezzy. Your mind's going. You two, bloody.
We'll get Jamie as well. We'll get Jamie. Well, what about if I get Jamie? I'll get Jamie and say, yeah, I'm really disappointed because I used to be Tone's favourite. Now
used to be,
I'm no longer. So Tone, what do I need to do to become your favourite again? We'll get her to say that to you. Could you imagine that?
Maybe she could have a little.
I can't answer that on the show.
She could have a little. She could have a little bit of a slap. She could give a little backhand at Marto too, and say, "Stop bagging me, Marto. I'm going."
I've got a better one for Marto. Marto, we'll go to the Afghanistan wrestlers, and we'll ask them and say, "Listen, Marto was framing a market. He had you at 5-2. What do you think about that?"
Maybe Marto, he's just going to America, to Texas for the junior high school under 13 B class wrestling.
Hey, look, if there's form out there, I'll look at it. I'll give you something.
No, you do it, and you do a good job at it too.
Like like Randall Pennington third, the third junior did it when he's mentioned Marto.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, happy birthday, Pez.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. And big shout out again to thanks, Rach and Noe, for getting those pics. I love it. The Prez up in Cairns is really missing us for the 2 weeks because he reckons His life is not full enough. So he really loves losing an hour. Losing an hour. And of course, without Taz, Tone, and of course the magical man himself, Marto, we wouldn't have
And yourself,
the show.
and you, Pezza, and you,
Sorry,
Don't forget
mate.
yourself.
and you,
Mate,
because all the
yes.
hard work that you do to put it
Absolutely.
all together too.
Yes.
With
All
and
right,
behind the scenes.
episode 128. Well done, boys. And let's, if we get this quality, I tell you what, we will be peacocking because it's a very, very tough ask.
Well, I'll be cheering if Marto gets the first leg because Marto's got the hardest leg in the
And
whole body, I reckon.
I think
That,
in a
he's
very,
always had a bit of a hard leg.
yes, well, Tony, third leg, or just leg. Now,
You've been
in
talking
a
to
sick and very dark, in a very twisted way, I hope that big boy Roy noses out Skylab because I tell you, what, he's waiting next week for it. I tell you,
Oh,
I'll be absolutely gutted.
I'm going to try to wear a
I'm gonna
horse's
do
head.
Marto, I'm going to do Marto. I'm going to say it can't win.
Nah, thank
It's
you.
a professional
It's,
place.
it's home.
Yeah,
It's
I
home.
better,
It belongs to
Get
one
on,
of
Barney.
those
better have a
cans,
saver on
packer
there.
box written on it.
I better have a
It's
saver.
gone. It's gone.
The-
I'll
the
never ever
best
back
jo-
it again myself. Never.
All right, see you, boys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, boys. Yep. Have a good one.
High road,
Cheers.
pull on through it. High road.
Nice